Welcome to Who Knew. We are fans of the current series of Doctor Who, and here we discuss our likes, dislikes, and insights into the modern regeneration of the show. Subscribe, review, and listen to us on iTunes and Stitcher, or our YouTube channel, youtube.com/WhoKnewPodcast. All our episodes are on WhoKnewPodcast.com. You can leave comments there, or email us at WhoKnewPodcast@gmail.com. We also have an Instagram and Twitter account. Tweet at us at WhoKnewPodcast, and find us on Facebook.
Hey, Eugene, I hear you went to Comic-Con.
What? Me? No, you don't know me at all. No, yeah, I went to Comic-Con this year, much like I did last year. The main thing I wanted to accomplish this year at Comic-Con was going to the Doctor Who panel in Hall H. And this was the first time we got to see the new cast, I think, publicly.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, since they've been announced. They haven't really done any press. So it was Jodie Whittaker, Tosin Cole, Mandip Gill, and the last two are the two new companions. The other one, the older gentleman, wasn't able to make it to this panel. And Jodie Whittaker is the 13th Doctor, and then they had Chris Chibnall also on the panel.
The new showrunner.
Yeah. And one more producer. I can't remember that person's name. I tried to
Matt Stevens.
Oh, yes.
Executive producer Matt Stevens.
Yes. So he was the other person on the panel.
Hey, this is Auburn here. I feel like we've heard Matt Stevens' name before on Doctor Who. Or am I mistaken? There's so many names. Is he like a writer? Has he been a writer?
I don't know.
Okay, never mind then.
Chris Chibnall has.
Especially for Torchwood.
Oh,
Yeah, Torchwood was
okay.
his. And he scripted some episodes. I don't think he did during the Davis era, but in the Moffat era, he scripted some episodes of Doctor Who. So he's familiar with the universe.
Oh, Matt Stevens did. He was a producer on An Adventure in Time or Space and Time, and a producer on Misfits. You might know him from Misfits. Anyway, the panel is all up on YouTube right now, and that's also linked on our website, so you can go to that Comic-Con.
Oh, okay.
I'm trying to think.
WhoKnewPodcast.com.
Yes. It was fun. I dressed up as the 12th Doctor and waited in that line that wrapped around all the way to like the Bay Dock area on the backside of the convention center. I did see Kevin Smith waiting in line for that.
Oh, fun.
So that was funny to have him walk by. And then, we got in. There's some photos on the our Instagram account of me going through the Hall H line, then through the chute, and then into the main doors that leads into Hall H. And I think doing this Comic-Con solo, like I went by myself this year, it was easy to get up close. So I was able to inch further and further closer.
Yeah, it's really easy to get one seat.
Yeah, it was really
just
nice.
kind of grab a seat and spy in front of you and go,
Yeah.
all right, I'm going to make a run for that one.
Yeah, like, is that free? Yes? Okay. And then they showed a video, I guess, clip to introduce the panel, and it was Jodie Whittaker in a hood walking through this bridge that connects downtown with the convention center, and it goes across Harbor Drive in San Diego.
Oh, cool.
And so it was kind of cool to see that place empty, and they shot it before Comic-Con, so there was no crowds, nothing really taped off, and then she comes into the Hall H panel on the table with the same wardrobe. So she takes off the hood and she reveals that she is Jodie Whittaker, and then the crowd erupts, and it was great.
Very theatrical.
Yes, very. I like how they timed it.
The video started with her in Cardiff, and she was saying, I'm late for Comic-Con, I'm late for Comic-Con. So she was trying to get... so the thing of the video was she was trying to get to Comic-Con, and at one point she ran up to the TARDIS, but it said, not for personal use.
Yeah. So that was funny.
And so then they had her come to San Diego, and then she was walking across. And because I was watching it from work.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I was working.
Live? Like you're live
yeah, I was
streaming
watching it. Yeah. Well, they didn't live stream it, but they put the videos up like right away soon after, and I was following along on Twitter, and I was thinking when she was on the bridge, it was like, when did they film that? There's supposed to be 1 billion people on that bridge.
It was super empty. I knew they couldn't talk about the show for spoilers, and no episodes have aired, but what I really got out of the panel was the vibe and the feel of the show and the camaraderie between the producers and the companions. So that was really nice. It felt very fun, something new, different dynamic between the three of them. Well, the four of them it's going to be. So yeah,
What kind of a dynamic did they give off?
It just felt very family family oriented as far as everybody knowing everybody else, and it felt fun because people were like playing practical jokes on set and certain things like that.
It was funny because he would be tweeting out from the hall on Who Knew, and I was tweeting out from work from Who
okay.
Knew. So it was like, as I was getting tweets, I was forwarding them on our account, and he was like, "Oh, they just said this," and we never. I don't think we ever duplicated.
No,
That's awesome.
we're doing different things. It was kind of a nice joint effort.
And remind, where's our Twitter account again?
It's
if
at
anyone wants to go look.
at Who Knew Podcast, all one word.
So simple.
I think if you type in at Who Knew Podcast on any social media platform, you'll find us.
Well, I did want to ask if you're, for you who probably purchase the DVDs more readily than Kelsey and I do, have the commentaries been keeping up, like the extra features?
No, the features keep
Unfortunately,
getting
no.
smaller and smaller and smaller.
So don't look forward to the family dynamic in the
Well, they
director's
might.
commentary of.
Yeah, because this is a new regime coming in, so they might
Okay.
bring that back. Who
Okay.
knows?
So we should.
It's almost
lobby
like a
for
mini reboot.
that. Okay.
You know, that was the feeling I got.
Well, yeah, that was also one of the things. They wanted this new Doctor, this new season, this new show coming on to be the jumping off point for new viewers.
Gotcha.
So
I
that
think
was
that's smart.
Yeah, it's very, very. I think what do you call it? Inclusive of the fandom. And they also said that there will be no former villains in this first season.
Oh, good.
It's going to be all new monsters and aliens.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's great.
We'll see,
We'll
Daleks.
see.
We'll see.
No,
Oh,
no
we'll see
Daleks,
Daleks,
no
is that what you said?
Cybermen.
But
Well, the thing
but
is,
not the
there is
Daleks
a-
we've seen before. They'll be
Yeah, but
new
they'll be
ones.
the common belief is for the BBC to keep the rights to the Daleks from the creator of the Daleks. They have to use it. The Daleks have to show up once a season, and that's what's happened the last couple seasons. They just kind of like show up and they're fighting in the background. Well, that was Bill's season was
Started
just
off.
the Doctor and Bill showed up in the middle of a fight because he just wanted a Dalek to shoot something to test something, and that was it. So they weren't the big villain, but everybody was saying, "See, that fulfilled the requirement of the rights contract." It's like, well, because I think at one point he joked and said, "Well, we've got 2 weeks left to film, and we haven't seen a Dalek yet."
That's right. He did say that.
So
Oh.
On the panel.
So we were thinking maybe it might be the Christmas special, but who knows? Who
or
knows?
anything.
Like they would even see a Dalek. Wouldn't it be CGI at this point?
Could be, yeah.
Sneaky, sneaky.
Some other things that were said. Jodie Whittaker said that when she started the job, she started in somebody else's shoes, and she said, "Great way to start." And I thought that was nice.
Like she wore somebody else's shoes.
No, she was filling in somebody else's shoes, like starting off in a war. Yeah, I guess so.
And literally, she wasn't.
Yeah, that's
she's
true,
in
she was.
Capaldi's costume
Oh,
in some of the
right.
scenes.
After she regenerates.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's God. That's always jarring.
Yeah,
When you see the new Doctor and the old Doctor, it's like,
get out of it quick.
get your own costume, get it quickly.
But I like her take on it. What great way to start, as opposed to what shoes to fill. So I think that's nice. And then Chris Chibnall said that on set when she first appeared in in costume and stuff, he said, "Oh, she's the Doctor now. It's magical." I thought that was really heartfelt.
He also said something about the crew. There's a
Yes.
lot of carryover crew from 2005, even still working on it.
Yeah, and when she appeared and started using the sonic screwdriver, they're like, "Oh yeah, she's the Doctor." There was no like, "She can't do that. Is that the Doctor?" It was just like, "You're the Doctor now." And I thought that was very great and welcoming. And then the moderator asked if Jodie could bring anyone on adventures with her. She said it would be David Tennant. And I was like, yes, let's make that happen.
And the moment she said that, I'm like, you can stay. That is the correct answer. And the nice thing is that David Tennant and Jodie worked together on Broadchurch.
Right.
I almost said Grace Point. That's the American version.
Right. Also with David Tennant.
Also with David Tennant, but not good. So watch Broadchurch because it's really good.
And it has an ending. So then the producers called up David Tennant saying, the new Doctor would like to have a call with you.
For like advice and stuff.
Yeah, just to say how did you deal with this and how do you handle this and just general I guess, advice. And then he gets on his his phone. He gets the caller ID blinks as Jodie Whittaker, and he's like, "Why is she calling me?" And then that's when he found out that she's the new doctor. I thought that was great. Like from just them being friends and them like working on this thing together now.
I'd love to have heard the rest of that phone call. You're gonna hate it. It's terrible.
You're that, or that's it. You're gonna do conventions the rest of your life.
Yeah. What I noticed, tweeting along and then watching the video later, they seem to all like they're really invested. They seem, well, most of them seem to be like that. They're really, really excited for the Doctor Who stuff. So Jodie does this video, and she comes to the panel dressed, to complete the video. I mean, they even brought a new prop.
Yeah, it was revealed to us the new sonic screwdriver, and she had it in her. It was cool because she had her name placard on the panel. Yeah. And it was behind that, so she just lifted it up, and she held it in her hand, and it was like that was there the whole time. And anyway, the sonic screwdriver looks organic. It's got a curve to it, and the crystal rotates.
Oh, any show details about the screwdriver? Like
no,
just revealed it. And that's it. Not like this is gonna be the best screwdriver. Whoa.
I was just looking it up.
Looks like Serenity.
Yeah.
Firefly, you mean?
Yeah.
Oh,
or even a little bit of
interesting.
Battlestar.
It is kind of pinkish in this
with the crystal
photograph
because of the light.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looked red when she turned it on.
Okay. It looked better. Like, did she use it in her hand? Like, I mean, that seeing a photo of it with not holding it, you can, put your own.
She uses it in the trailer, and it's a
okay.
Sonic.
Okay, it just reads as a regular.
It's a Sonic.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I mean, the photographs are close-up photographs just of the Sonic, and it's not like they're going to do that on the show.
Right.
But then I thought about it and went, like you were saying, it has an organic look to it. So that made me curious as to, so what's the TARDIS going to look like? And is the TARDIS going to go back to the coral? It kind of made me curious for how they're going to do the style. I just thought that was really cool. It was just a little bit, somebody put some thought into, let's also announce this as well.
Yeah, well, it seems like if they're not going to talk about any of the episodes, they had to how long was the panel?
About an hour.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it sounds like they gave a lot of cool stuff, like revealing the sonic screwdriver and talking about stories on set without talking about the episodes.
It really was like a full hour, and they didn't tell you anything.
Wow.
It was well done.
But you didn't leave. Eugene, you didn't leave feeling like, what was that? Like,
no,
there was nothing there, but...
Because like what you guys are saying, I felt afterwards thinking, or even before and afterwards thinking, they couldn't say anything or give us any details for the coming episodes. So what are they going to fill the time with? And to me, what they filled the time with was the vibe, it's kind of like seeing an old trailer from the black and white era of cinema. They sold a feeling, they sold an adventure to you. They didn't sell you a complete micro plot movie in 2 minutes where you could watch the same thing for 2 hours. So I felt that was very smart in how they could advertise something that they couldn't talk about. Instead, they talked about the feeling, the mood, the fun, the camaraderie, and I think that was enough to make me excited about the next season.
And Chris mentioned the tone that he wanted for this new series.
Oh, what is that?
Oh, well, he was
Dark.
saying... Yeah, dark, gloomy.
Everyone dies.
Yeah. Just once, everyone dies. No, but he was saying that for this to be a really good start for people to begin watching Who, and in the day and age that we're living in, he wants it to be very positive.
Okay. He
wants it to be very inclusive, so not as dark. I think he was even saying a little bit more fun, but that, it's not depressing anymore.
Not Handmaid's Tale.
Right. Yeah. It's not going to be Handmaid's Tale. But he was saying that this time we need positive. stuff. So he wanted this season specifically to reflect being very positive, a fun ride, I believe is what he said at one point. And they also showed a new teaser trailer, and it doesn't give away any of the plot points, but you do kind of see the tone of what Jodie's doctor is going to be like. And she seems very upbeat doctor.
Okay.
But
not goofy.
No,
I don't want
no.
it to be goofy.
No, she doesn't seem to be goofy. She seems to be mercurial.
Yeah, it's like a lover of life almost.
Yeah.
She wants to seek adventure and have fun.
Yeah, and the main gist of the trailer was a narration of her saying, this is all new to me. It's new faces, new people, new planets, new everything. So will you be my best friends?
Wow.
And that's just kind of cool. I mean, it's just kind of like, okay, let's all be friends. Let's all go through these adventures together and have fun. And that was the feeling that I got from the trailer. I know a lot of people were disappointed because they wanted to see more specifics, but I was thrilled because it's like, I can wait for the show. Just if you show me a trailer and the trailer looks like it's going to be fun, I'm happy. And it made me very happy.
Your description reminds me of like Saturday morning cartoons. Like, when I felt like watching those growing up, like I was visiting my friends.
Yes.
Every week.
Yeah.
That's a cool feeling because I feel that too with Doctor Who. Now, like I'm visiting my friends even sometimes when like I'm over them, like Clara. Sorry.
Clara.
To keep harping on her. But that sounds really neat that they're going back to that more like relatable, I guess, or connecting with the audience.
I don't
just in a positive way.
You know how Josh has brought up that Doctor Who kept getting bigger and more threatening and bigger and more. I mean, it always led up to a universe-ending
imploding of the universe,
and it just kept getting bigger and bigger. Oh, the entire universe has the word Doctor because of the Doctor. I mean, it was just like too big. I have a feeling now that they're going to try and bring it back. I don't want to say back to Earth, but just make it a little bit smaller, a little bit more, not
personal?
so personal. That's a good word. Yeah. And I love the fact that there's 3 companions.
Me too.
I love that fact.
And the only actor from the companion trio that didn't make it was Bradley Walsh, and he's the older one of the group. Like the other 2 are younger, Tosin and Mandip. They're like early 20s. We don't know. I mean, we don't know yet, but they're physically 20s.
Okay.
And Bradley Walsh is. Hold on, I'm gonna get his age.
I'm gonna feel so old.
He is 58.
Oh, okay.
But so he couldn't make it there, and he had a video to show us, kind of like normally how people do when they can't make it, like, hello, Comic-Con, we can't, but I'm happy to, be there. I wish I could be there, but I'm happy you guys are there.
Video message.
Yeah. But anyway, his was all humor. It starts off with him sneaking into Jodie's trailer, like the
Stars trailer.
Yeah,
it's bigger.
And he's not humming, but he's singing the Doctor Who theme song as he walks and sneaks into the trailer. I'm just like, it just shows you that they're gonna have fun, and I hope these episodes are gonna be fun.
Yeah.
They said he's like the class clown. They couldn't stop laughing whenever he was on set. So, and I believe the vibe that I got was that he's a well-known character actor in Britain.
Okay.
So I didn't recognize him.
No, me neither.
But they were acting like, but we have him. It's almost like they didn't need to explain who he was. And I was feeling kind of bad going, but
you do.
We're Americans.
American.
Yeah. So, I mean, I'm hearing you guys mention there's some of the inspiration for this season is like David Tennant, like this comedy that reminds me of Donna Noble, Catherine Tate's character. So everything you're saying is just really exciting and making it sound like it's going to be a very good season.
I hope so too.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to it.
I'm really looking forward to it. My hopes went up after the trailer.
That's good.
Yeah. And she does talk like she's from the north. So we'll see about that.
Well, you mentioned the Jodie's intro, Bradley Walsh.
Bradley Walsh.
Yeah, and you mentioned Jodie's intro, Bradley Walsh's intro, a new teaser. Were there any other media that they released at the panel?
No.
They couldn't.
I forgot about this.
Okay.
Jodie Whittaker said the Doctor is a pillar of hope.
Yes.
I don't think we mentioned hope. Did we mention hope?
No, but
Yeah.
that gives me hope for the new season.
Yeah.
I just wanted to say that going back to the having 3 companions, but I feel like that happened more in the classic Who. He would travel with like 2 or 3.
Mm-hmm.
It was like more of an ensemble than just a single companion.
Yeah, the 5th Doctor had 3 companions.
Well, I was going to say the first Doctor, that's how it started.
Yeah.
Because he had his granddaughter, Susan, and then 2 of her teachers. So that was already 3 right there.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I just like it because it gives an interesting, you can have more people bouncing, not necessarily bouncing off the Doctor. They're bouncing off each other and the Doctor. So I really liked it with Amy and Rory. You know, I actually liked Amy better
with Rory. Yeah.
and the Doctor.
I totally agree with that.
Because then it was like you had really good dynamics instead of just Amy with the Doctor, Doctor with Amy.
And while I was waiting in line to get into Hall H, I met some fellow Whovians who were dressed up as Star Trek The Next Generation officers, Brian and Vanessa. Hopefully you guys are listening, and hello from wherever you are.
Because, hey, how about that
the new
Patrick Stewart news?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's recent.
He's got his own TV show, so now there's going to be 2 Star Trek shows.
Picard's coming back.
Yeah.
Well, yes, Eugene, actually, you reminded me talking about meeting fans. Now that you are on our Instagram account in costume, is there anything that...
I think it's called cosplay.
In cosplay. Now that you are on our Instagram account in cosplay, so people can figure out what you look like and come up and visit you at these conventions.
Please don't. Just kidding.
Is there... No,
But
please,
not really.
Please do.
I'm just kidding.
Eugene, is there anything that folks who do see you should be interested in receiving or anything? Do you
Can they
usually have
approach
some
you?
merch
They
or
can
any other?
Yes, they can definitely approach me, and I have our show swag, or flair, I should say, which is which is a business card with our logo button as well,
It's a very nice button.
and it's got some Whovian writing on it.
Who doesn't like buttons?
Whovian doesn't.
Who doesn't like buttons?
They're very nice. If you do see Eugene or an entourage around Eugene, it might be us. It's probably not us, but it might be us.
We are not an entourage around Eugene.
But come up and get some buttons. Say
Please shut
hello
off
to
his
us at the conventions.
I
So-
orbit
so
around
did you-
Eugene's son.
I have children?
Did you give out a lot of buttons?
I did. I gave all the ones that I had left out.
Oh, that's cool.
I gave one, a long time, I guess, follower, listener, has been the Temple of Geek, and I finally got to meet somebody from that particular establishment, Monica.
Oh, that's great.
And so it was great to see her in 13th Doctor newly regenerated costume, because she was in the hood from the teaser trailer.
Oh, that's cool.
Wow.
And so that's on our Instagram right now.
Oh, nice.
There were a lot of 13th Doctors.
Mm-hmm.
Makes me happy because it's
Yeah.
like that means people are excited.
Yeah, so after I met up with the Temple of Geek and Monica, I then went to a cosplay Doctor Who cosplay meetup, and a lot of people there were dressed up as the 13th Doctor, women and men.
Cool.
There was no 10th Doctor, so I was like debating, should I have brought my 10th Doctor costume just in case? But, oh well.
Next time.
So that is also on our Instagram account, where I met up with a lot of people that were cosplaying, and this was, I guess, hosted by the Order of Gallifrey, which is another like Whovian Doctor Who cosplay networking, just Whovian fans in general. And they were really pleasant. There were some classic Who characters there, the 4th Doctor and the 1st Doctor. Yeah, it was great to meet a bunch of these fans, hand out some business cards and buttons, and
Who else did you give a button to?
well, after that okay, so that
Eugene
was
is now blushing.
that was just Thursday. Let me just put it to you that way.
Okay.
That all
Day
happened.
one.
Day
Yeah,
one.
day one was all Doctor Who. But
As it should
normally
be.
my Doctor Who day is Sunday, because that's when they have the big Hall H panel. And so this time everything kind of happened on Thursday, and it threw my my like lizard pattern brain, like I gotta do and switch things around. This Sunday is now Thursday and things like that. But anyway, the other person that I gave a business card and button to was Freema Adjaman.
Yay!
What?
So that is also up on our Instagram account, where
It's also life size on Eugene's wall.
Yes, please go to our Instagram just to look at this photo.
I thought you were
I've
gonna say-
never seen Eugene happier.
I thought you were gonna say go to Eugene's room. I'm like, don't go there. Anyway, she is pleasant and just as pleasant as she is on TV. Like, I just wanted to like chat with her more and just like, hey, where you going? Can I get you coffee? I don't know. It was great to just have her at Comic-Con for that little block of time.
How'd you find out that she was there?
Also Instagram. So everything kind of revolved around Instagram this Comic-Con. It was weird, but she had posted that she would be at a particular booth for about an hour and a half. And I was like, yeah, I'm going to go there.
Wow.
I'm going to do what I can to meet her.
And this was when? Friday? Or
This
Thursday?
was Saturday.
Saturday, okay.
So this was great to do more Doctor Who things outside of Thursday. I don't know. She's just as beautiful as she is in person. It's just like, wow. I don't know. This is the first time I was like starstruck and nervous talking to somebody.
He still is.
Yeah.
I've never seen him this way.
It was just like, that's Dr. Martha Jones
Yeah.
in person.
Yeah.
Who am I to you, you know?
You're a geek.
Have a button. Please take this button.
Please smile and nod. So yeah, the line moved very quickly. They got everybody in and out depending on what tier of interaction you had purchased with her, and it was.
But it came out great.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it's on our Insta now.
Freema was there on Saturday, but what I had missed the day, I believe it was Thursday, also at that same booth, Alex Kingston was there. River
man.
Song.
Oh.
So it was a bummer. I think it might have just happened right after the panel let out because I was busy doing other things, and that would have been
There's
great.
a photo of Alex Kingston and Jodie Whittaker.
Wow.
And it's just kind of like, it's River and the Doctor. And,
Yeah.
and when you think about it in universe, it's like, River is so happy right now.
Yeah. So that was a bummer that I missed that, but there's always next year or next time.
I think John Barrowman was there too.
Oh,
Yeah. Okay.
how did the universe not implode?
That panel capped off, so I wasn't able to get into that one.
Which panel?
With John Barrowman?
The John Barrowman session panel
Oh, really?
thing, yeah.
Oh.
I had some friends that were really upset that they didn't get in.
Oh, wow. Well, we've all been there. It really is upsetting when you can't get in.
Yeah. Oh, and in waiting in line to get my photo with Freema, I met some more Whovians, of course, naturally. There were Smitty.
They could be Law and Order UK fans.
Dun dun.
Ta-ta.
There were Smitty and Cassandra from Denver. So hopefully you guys are liking our show, and thanks for listening.
Cool.
So Eugene, that was Comic-Con San Diego. Is there any other conventions like coming up that you might be at or that we might be at together?
Yes, the next one for us in Southern California would be the Los Angeles Comic-Con occurring at the end of October. So I know for sure myself and Alburn will be there.
I got tickets. Kelsey, you're invited.
Oh, am I? You got a ticket for me?
I got one guest, yeah. I guess you can. Or do we need more people?
Or no, you're taking Brian.
Am I taking Brian? I can take Brian.
I didn't know about it.
Oh, uh-oh.
Well,
I didn't know about it either.
So we'll, I think I'm going to go with Eugene. There might be more of us there at the LA Comic-Con.
yeah, I might be there.
Okay, very cool. So if you see us, Eugene will probably be dressed up. The
Just
rest
say-
of us, I can't
As a doctor.
guarantee.
Just say hi to us.
I might
If it's
come
the-
as a Viking.
Yeah,
It's the end of October, so if it's not 100 degrees, I'll have my 10th Doctor coat on.
very cool. But
I
yeah,
could get into Viking shape by October.
And keeping in mind, this is where we met Paul Salamoff, or I
Yeah.
met Paul Salamoff last year. And he had the
Yeah, that's cool.
he had the TARDIS interior from the TV movie.
And also this last week, Gallifrey 1 released their first announcement of guests, and we all have tickets for that. That's in February
oh,
Of 2019.
19, yeah.
we're located in Southern California.
Yes, near the LX Marriott.
Oh, okay. So
Yes,
in
LAX
Los
Marriott,
Angeles.
Yeah.
Yes.
And this is one of those conventions that the tickets go on sale, and I think they were sold out in a day.
Oh, wow.
A week, I believe, in this
Was
one.
it a week?
I think so. couple, not a day, but a couple.
Maybe 2 days.
Yeah.
How about that Jean-Luc Picard TV series?
So yeah,
Make it so.
I've seen some headlines, guys. What's going on? Is it an actual new Star Trek?
Yeah.
Okay.
Patrick Stewart is for CBS All Access.
Oh, okay.
And it's going to be
20 years?
20 years after the end of Nemesis.
That
So
wonderful
basically,
gem.
Okay.
basically, his age.
Yes.
And although he looks exactly the same.
When does Doctor Who start airing?
The end of October. They haven't released a specific date yet.
Okay.
They just keep saying autumn.
The fall.
Is it already airing over in UK? Okay, it's going to air at the
You
same
really
time.
think if it had aired in the UK, we wouldn't have seen it? No, they're going to air it. I think they said the first episode's going to be...
Simulcast?
Oh, the whole world's getting it at the exact same time. They did it with the 50th, where for the 50th special, it broadcast at the exact same time around the world and also aired in theaters. And we went to the theater, and that was fun. You weren't there.
I was in San Diego or something.
Oh, yeah. That's right. That was fun.
So hopefully we'll see some of you listeners at a convention or two in the near future.
You've just listened to an episode of Who Knew?
Our wonderful theme music is by Michael Grady.
Find him on Facebook at The Universe Explodes.
All our episodes are engineered by Allburn.
Find him at alburnbinkley.com.
You can find this show in several places.
Follow us on Twitter at Who Knew Podcast.
Subscribe, review, and listen to us on iTunes and Stitcher.
Or our YouTube channel, youtube.com/whoknewpodcast.
Visit our Facebook page.
Please leave comments, reviews, and click like to help support Who Knew Podcast.
Also listen to us on your Amazon Echo by enabling a podcast skill.
All our episodes are on whoknewpodcast.com.
This podcast is inspired by Doctor Who.
The longest running sci-fi show in history.
And especially the revival spearheaded by Russell T. Davis.
Thanks to Russell,
Sydney Newman,
Verity Lambert,
Ron Grainer.
And all those involved in the adventures of our favorite Time Lord.
Your work continues to inspire and entertain.
Especially with the rotating. They didn't talk about that at the panel?
No, that's why we're cutting this out.
Okay.
No.
Kelsey, did you go to Comic-Con this year?
I did vicariously through our Who Knew Podcast Instagram, which, by the way, if you're not subscribed to our Instagram account, you can find us at Who Knew Podcast.
On the gram.